Welcome back to Toy Chat. Sang and
Max.
And today we got Nina Thumbell, daughter of Thumbelina. So this is her inbox. This is how we received her from Amazon.
You might notice, we might have to move her to the side a little bit for you to really tell, but her box is a little bit different from the more other recent dolls.
From the front, it's very similar to the last wave of dolls. The front looks very similar, but we're going to do a quick comparison of the two boxes and you will totally see a difference. Alright, so I recently repurchased Justine, so I'm lucky enough to be able to show you the boxes. The front is very similar. Really nothing really different besides the story that they come with. Justine has an actual booklet, while Nina only has a little card.
Yeah, and when you start tilting them to the side, you really notice the difference.
Yeah, let's show this way. So, you know, back in the past, the packaging for Ever After High has always been like a storybook or a book. So, this is them from the side. You can totally see Nina.
Basically, the previous packaging had like a little compartment where, yeah, it was kind of like a little cardboard compartment, and that was, you know, historically where they stored the stands.
And yeah, and
but there's no stand.
There's no stand. There's no stand anymore, no brush as well. Box art right there, as well as the Ever After High logo. So that's gone.
Damn budget cuts though.
Yep. Another big difference is, like we discussed in the last video about Ever After High, what they're doing now is, instead of little hooks, you know, you can see like little hooks where you peel them off to get to the doll. The plastic on the new ones are glued onto the box themselves, so you really have to tear the box apart to get to your doll. So no longer are you able to keep the box. I know a lot of collectors and fans reuse the box to store their dolls in. Unfortunately, it looks like unless you glue it back on, you're not able to save the box. And even then, the box is pretty much destroyed.
Granted, it's not super devastating and nowadays because, you know, they've made the backdrops all uniform, so they're all the same. But yeah, it's a little disheartening because obviously at one point in time, Ever After High had very beautiful packaging.
Yep, those were the days.
So as you can see, yeah, she comes with the standard, you know, what is now the standard Ever After High background. It's very colorful. You know, on its own, obviously it's been used many times, but it is very pretty. It's kind of, you know, it's a very multicolored, kind of like a pink and orange tie-dye background with some nice trees and a fairytale castle, or Ever After High itself.
There's some subtle differences, like on the tree for Nina. There's are those tulips?
They're tulips, yeah.
Yeah, they're on the tree themselves, but besides that, they're very similar backdrops.
So basically, what you get in total for this purchase is you get the Nina Thumbell doll, the storybook card, and her purse.
Yes.
That is everything.
Yeah.
That's absolutely
you can see everything from the front. There's no hidden compartment, no nothing. This is what you see is what you get. Where princesses are powerful.
And cheap.
And cheap. I hope she stands on her own. Alright, so we're going to talk about the back of the box now. Alright, so this is the back of Nina's box. Very top, you know, is the usual description on Ever After High. So Nina has her own little bio in the back. So if you want to take a moment and read this, you can. But essentially, you know, she makes a lot of puns on being small. One of my favorite parts is what's her least favorite subject, and it is tall tales. She likes short stories. If you have seen the web episode, you know that Nina can shrink or grow.
Someone mentioned something in one of the comments when I posted her inbox photo that it would have been really cute if they included like a miniature version of Nina, like a teeny tiny little figurine. That would have been super cute.
So on the back of the box, they show the 3 new characters. So there's the box art of both Jillian Beanstalk, Michelle Mermaid, and of course Nina Thumbell. So their box arts are right here. I miss the days where they showed you the whole body. It was a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, like, from this box, you can't really tell. There is like a small little image in the front where you can see the full figure, but that's about it.
Yeah, and it's the same thing as Epic Winter, where the promo images for the current wave in the back of the box, it's not actually the doll you receive in the box. So
yeah, so we love playing Spot the Difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now we're gonna open up the doll and show you her in person. Alright, so we have taken Nina out of box and we're gonna talk about her face.
She is wearing a mostly dark pink flower crown with some painted, what looks like yellow daisies.
She has very platinum blonde, almost like white hair almost. Very soft, a little bit more coarser than, like, say, some of the other blonde characters, but it's very bright and shiny. It is parted from the side, and there is a curl off to the right side of her ear.
It's very cute.
As for her makeup, she has a light brown eyeshadow.
With like a shimmery gold eyeliner.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of like a reverse, like Justine. I think Justine has like a glitter gold like eyeshadow with like some like brown.
Yeah, and she has some nice sugar pink lipstick. I really like Nina's makeup. She has really beautiful makeup. I think the shimmery golden eyeliner is really striking. And she has a nice caramel mocha skin tone, which I think is a really lovely contrast to the platinum blonde hair and the pink lips.
Yeah, she has a new face mold, of course, and her head is smaller than some of the original dolls. A little different. She has really big, plump lips that's kind of curved into like a smile.
It's a cute face mold. It's it has a little bit of, you know, it's a nice combination of some sweetness and some sassiness, which based on the webisode, it looks like it's fairly accurate of the character.
Yeah, we're gonna do a really quick 360 of her hair. Again, she does have that extra curl, comes out on her right side. Her hair is twisted in the back to hold it in place. Her hair is long.
Would you say it's the same color as Apple's hair?
It might be the same color as Apple's hair.
I feel like it might be even lighter, or even like brighter. Not quite as like golden like.
Yeah, it goes up to her butt. Of course, her headband is tied in place via rubber band, as well as wrapped in her hair.
I also appreciate, I just noticed this, that the back of her headband, it actually looks like, you know, the backs of flowers. So you can see the stems of the flowers in her flower crown from the back of her head, which is really cute.
Yeah.
Nina is wearing a little flower necklace that is a different shade of pink from her flower crown, and a belt to match. What's interesting about these accessories, they're actually really lovely accessories. They're very detailed. If you look closely at the imprints and indentations, you know, a lot of care went into the flower design on these accessories. But in the original promo version of Nina, they were completely different colors. Her necklace had like a darker pink portion, and her belt was all light grassy green with some of the flowers painted yellow. which I'm kind of sad that was changed. I'm probably going to alter mine to retain that original look because I prefer it, but the accessories are still very cute.
So for her top, she has a it's green with a almost like a floral vine pattern on it.
That's like a sleeveless, really cute kind of summery top. I really like her top. It gives me very garden greenhouse vibes. I like the fact that it has kind of that checkered, vine look to it in front of the floral pattern. It almost makes it look like you're like looking past like a fence into like a little garden. It's very cute. It's very appropriate for the character. Okay, and Nina is wearing a beautiful floral...
I would say it's a skirt.
A skirt, yeah.
It's a skirt. It's a 2-layered skirt.
Yeah, and the top layer of the skirt gives me more of a feeling of kind of like tulip rose petals. They're a little bit ombre. They kind of fade from a deep pink into, a bright sunset orange, and then fade to yellow.
And then white.
And then a light pink, and then finally white at the very bottom.
Yeah, it gives you the impression that she's wearing like a bunch of like petals as a skirt. Then of course underneath is a yellow glittery skirt.
Yeah, I adore her skirt. Honestly, I think it's gorgeous. Really beautiful. It's really, it's very soft to the touch. I love that it has those little petal layers. It's really perfect for the floral theme.
Yeah. Nina reminds me of Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Thumbelina, I'm not very familiar with this story, but yeah, she's like almost like an epic,
like fairies.
Yeah, Tinkerbell. Yeah, so it's very nice. So Nina's accessories include her purse. It's like a bag. It's like one of those like bags where you close up the top.
Which I think is cute because it kind of gives me vibes of like a plant bulb where it's kind of like like a flower bud, something like that.
It reminds me of something that's very like homemade, like a small little fairy made out of things she found in her garden or in the forest. It's painted pink as well for the flowers on here. The purse does not open or close. It is a chunk of plastic, but there's a lot of detail that goes into crafting the mold for it.
Yeah, I'm not usually that excited by the purses in a lot of these releases, but I actually think this one is really cute.
So these are Nina's shoes. They are kind of like viney boots to me.
There are some nice bunches of pink tulips at the top that kind of wrap around and entangle throughout her feet onto what looks like a cute little heel. And what's really funny is the back of her shoes I think is intended to be like, kind of a tulip or like a little tulip bud. What's kind of funny about it though is it kind of reminds me of, because it's that color, it makes me think of lettuce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? That's really like, or cabbage.
Yeah.
It's like cabbage. Yeah, these are really cute shoes. Again, I think the whole idea with Nina is she's kind of like a forest fairy who like gathers and make her own clothing and outfit. So it's very on theme. I think there should be a little bit more paint on her shoes. There's some tulips at the bottom that weren't painted, in my opinion. Or they could just be non-bloomed ones, but...
Yeah, I think that little, the back of the heel where, like I said, it kind of looks like lettuce, it would be really cute if that portion were painted pink. I think that would give it more of a tulip vibe. I really like her shoes though. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the first time we've seen kind of like wraparound shoes like this since like Ashland, really on a main release.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. They're really fun, unique shoes. They really pop.
So we just want to give you a quick peek at them both here. It's Nina compared to Justine. Nina is definitely a lighter shade of brown. They both have like really light eyes, but Justine's more of a like greenish.
Justine definitely has more green eyes. Nina has more like light kind of robin's egg blue eyes. I mean, the greatest similarity between them to me is they both have that shimmery gold eyeliner. And I think they both have kind of pouty lips. So I think those two things are kind of what they have in common. Beyond that though, I mean, I would say Nina has a pretty unique face mold.
Yeah. And of course Nina is a little sister mold, I guess, for Ever After High. She is shorter, she's Maddie's size, which is the first release outside
the Wonderlandies.
Yeah.
Is it? These are our final thoughts on Nina Thumbell. I think she's adorable. I think she's beautiful. I would say if you're among the group of people who kind of has reservations about some of the more recent Ever After High releases and changes, I would still go for Nina. My main disappointments here are the fact that, you know, she's missing some of the nice paint, and particularly the fact that she's missing her cute little flower bud earrings. I was very sad those were cut. But beyond that, you know, her accessories are a quick fix to paint over. I think she's lovely. I would get her.
Nina is the very first Ever After High basic that does not come with a stand or a brush. So this brush confirms that Ever After High, and I guess for so far Monster High as well, they no longer come with stands. So
stands ain't happening.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna continue down with it being, but you know, even deluxe lines like Dragon Games and Epic Winter does not come with stands. So it's a uniform thing changed throughout the whole franchise. So we're on to our final recap, and joining us now is Autumn. Hi!
Honestly, I would say she's perfect if she actually had her the paint she was supposed to have on her accessories and all that, and her little earrings. But all that aside, she has an amazing, really gorgeous floral skirt, which I just love staring at. I love the colors. She looks like she'd photograph really well.
One thing we forgot to mention is her card. So yeah, so she has a little kind of card, of course, it's a little story, but whatever, you can pause the video here and read it. It's pretty much just a short paragraph. So yeah, I like to talk about like the budget cuts, definitely there is a standard with the basics. Mattel knows that whenever a new basic pops up in the market, it's immediately, especially on Amazon, it'll be immediately purchased. So they know that there is a demand for new characters, and the fact that they can't keep the same quality in their dolls for the basics is a little upsetting. I think Nina's the first character of the basic lines that did not come with a stand, or a brush. So it's a little upsetting, it's something we expect. It's like, I can understand if she's more detailed and she has more accessories and they had to sacrifice the stands in order to give her additional items, but the fact that they removed them without actually giving us new items is just upsetting. It's like there's no rhyme or reason why these cuts were made. But Nina's very cute. I mean, if you want to look past that and imagine that she did come with a stand and a brush and she had a paint job done and earrings, she would have been a very cute doll. I think she still is, but Mattel is expecting us as collectors and fans of the dolls to modify their dolls to look more like what people in the company originally envisioned them to look like.
Yeah, and I think one resounding issue is the fact that if they're going to make universal cuts for items that standardly came with literally every single doll from the previous releases, honestly, they really should lower some of the prices. because you're basically paying the exact same $19.99, you know, price point for fewer items every time.
Yeah, it's a little bit like, I don't know. Nina is adorable, but it's weird to see a basic new character with no ring, no bracelet, no earrings, no tights or anything. I don't know, she feels very bare, like this is her second release or something, where they didn't have to try as hard.
Yeah, you know, there's always been staples to the basic line. Like, they all came with rings or like a bracelet. You know, of course, Nina doesn't, just come with earrings. So she's missing all like the things that normal basic dolls include. And it's a little upsetting what we saw what could have been. You know, the prototypes are online. It's not only lying to the consumer, but it's also lying to the resellers, the retail stores. You know, you have them on Amazon. Those images are the ones that sent out to Amazon, and their final product that they received is sent out to consumers. It's not what they initially saw either. Besides all that, I think Nina is a doll you should purchase. She's very cute. I think she would be a great addition to your collection. I like her web episode. She's very cute. She stands out enough that I can say that, you know, she's somewhat worth the price. If you want to wait until she goes on sale, that might be for a little bit. But yeah, she is on Amazon, you know, on and off right now. And other retail stores might get her soon too. So keep on the lookout. She is $19.99 US.
Despite the budget cuts and the like lowering quality that's happening, I think I want to buy Nina right away, personally, because I always get really excited, especially in Ever After High, when I see a woman of color. I love her complexion and the contrast with her hair. I don't know, just super gorgeous. So I want to support that, even though I don't necessarily support all the other cuts. But I love this doll.
Yeah, she really pops. Very striking color scheme, really nice contrast. Alright, well, thank you for joining us for our review of Nina Thumbell. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think of this new fairy tale, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye!
Bye!